No portion of Soup for the Soul may be used in part or whole without the expressed written consent of Kimmy Wyatt. Hello. Welcome to the Soup for the Soul. The Soup for the Soul is called Forgiveness Before Death. I was going to call it several other things, but I thought, that can sound pretty rude. One of the things I was going to call it, Cancer Can Be a Blessing. But then, of course, I was going to explain what I meant from the beginning, because I knew people would be like, what? So I'm focusing on debilitating diseases, where you have, or anything where you know, because death is imminent, that you may not have that long to stay on the planet. And so I, just as an example, have a family member that has cancer right now. And I've prayed for this family member and just spoke with her father in reference to her just yesterday, and giving him some encouragement. And I think it pretty much worked because I could tell he was sad, first child. And I let him know, there's two of probably five things that people will say when they're ready to go. Okay, which usually equates to, I've got my life right with God. I've spoken with the Lord, and now I'm ready to go. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired, which is one of the things they'll say. I'm tired. Or, but one of the things they will say, that wasn't one of the ones I was going to mention, but that is one. I'm tired. But when people say things like, I want to see you, and they're on their deathbed, they may get back up and get well for a minute, but they're basically on their deathbed. I want to see you, or I don't want to take my medicine anymore, which is two things that I know this person has said to family members. And so I want to encourage you guys to know that, first of all, you do know death is imminent. Imminent meaning you can't go around it. You can't go under it. You can't go through it. You have to experience it one time. That's it. You got to experience death one time. You got to experience life one time, death one time. Life, I don't know, because there are people who, say they've come back from this and that, and on the surgery table and all kinds of things. But definitely, when you're dead, you're dead. Okay. And so, and that too, I experienced death and it came back. So it's really the same thing. But when people make these statements, you guys, please know that they're very blessed, that they're even able to make those statements in comparison to people who die instantaneously. Dude just went to the liquor store, got a bottle of liquor, not that he was drinking it, in the vehicle, but with his buddies and cursing, bought some weed, this is just an example, and get on the freeway or whatever and have a wreck, and they all get killed, or at least 3 of them out of 4 get killed, and he just so happens to be, sadly, one of them. He never got the opportunity unless he got in the vehicle and said, Lord, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, or I know liquor's okay as long as I'm not consuming it, and it's affecting me. But, I seriously doubt if that person prayed before they got in the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? It could have. But if they didn't have the opportunity to say, God, what is going on? I'm so sorry. Please accept me in your kingdom. I want to be a part of your kingdom. I want to be on your team. Please let me be there. I ask for forgiveness for everything that I've ever done in my life. And I want to tell you guys, even though that sounds really good, God only asks you to come into his kingdom once. He doesn't say, okay, on Thursday, I need you to apologize for everything, and I need you to come in the kingdom. I need you to apologize on Friday, September the 24th, because you know what? You're going to do something. He asks you to accept him once. Okay. And that's all he asks, is that that I am the King of all kings, and that there is no God above me, and that I am all that is, that was, and is to be. And so however you want to put it in, whatever words you want to put it in, that's fine. But all he asks is that we accept him. Okay. And a lot of us, we grew up in the church, or better yet, or just know who God is and have accepted him in his life, but we've gone astray. Ding, 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 and on and off or whatever. And what I mean by astray does not necessarily mean you went to the far side of the world, doing crazy stuff, but just astray. You could be right in your locale and go astray, doing things that are not godly like. But to get back on the topic, that person never got the opportunity probably to apologize or ask for forgiveness of sins, which God only asks you to do one time unless you continue to sin. Which is why people should pray and wake up every day or whatever and ask for their sins to be forgiven, or go to sleep asking for their sins to be forgiven, which is what I normally would do, because you go to sleep, that doesn't mean you're going to wake up. But you wake up, you're up. It doesn't mean you're going to stay up, but you're up. So before going to bed tonight, please ask God to forgive you for all of your sins. And if he's not a part of your life, and please say, Lord, I don't know if you exist. I really don't. But I'd rather not know, and be safe than think I don't know, than think I know that you don't exist, and live forever, and have my soul live forever in the lake of fire because I didn't accept you in my life. And what's wrong with that? It's amazing that people like such as atheists, you have the right to believe what you want to believe, but I'm going to tell you, believing does not hurt anyone. That's why I never understood their theory. I never understood why they don't believe, because you don't know. We believers really don't know. But guess what? We're smart enough to know that we are here, that we came from somewhere. We just didn't pop up on the planet, unbeknownst to scientists who may be atheists themselves, who want to say we came from evolution and this and that. Okay, that may or may not be true, part of that anyway. But you've got to understand, evolution had to come after man was on the planet, arrived. Evolution did not just come out of the sky. I'm evolution. Hey, everybody. I'm on the planet. I don't know where I came from, but I'm here, and I'm going to bring you here. No. You guys, come on, use your head. You came on the planet from the good Lord, and if you don't believe that, that's fine and dandy with me. May not be fine with God, but and it's really fine with him, because he gives us choice, which is what I talk about all the time with my Soup for the Soul. You have choice. He has given us choice in every single thing that concerns our life. And so with that, it's your choice to not believe. But I'm going to tell you, atheists, well, what is the other one that starts with an A? I think, oh God. Anyway, agnostics. Agnostics to me are not okay, but okay, because agnostics are not saying they don't believe in God, but they're saying I have questions, basically. I'm not going to believe in something that I don't, I am not saying he exists, and I'm not saying he doesn't exist. In other words, I'm just kind of confused a little bit, maybe. And so they're in the middle, but being confused is not going to send you to heaven if there is a God. Now, let me say that. Atheist, to you, not believing is not a good thing, because it's so easy to say, Lord, I don't know. Like I said earlier, I think two times, I don't know if you exist. I really don't know. I have questions. Guide me and send me not just to the Bible, but to maybe a theologian that you suggest I should go to. Make him just basically almost fall out of the sky. Let me be in the grocery store and meet that one person that's going to guide me in the right direction. Excuse me. And then let me know he does exist. Not just from reading the Bible, but he clearly exists. I'm here. I came here from somewhere. So, I never understood the theory, like I said, behind the beliefs of the atheists. But because we have choice, it is your choice, atheists, to believe what you want to believe. I believe he exists, and I believe I am going to heaven, and I am at least trying to go. Not, we all sin, so I'm not, my definition of a Christian, and I mentioned that in a Soup for the Soul, my definition of a Christian, not what's in the Webster dictionary or any other dictionary, not even what's in the Bible. It's inclusive. My definition is inclusive of those definitions, but I've added a little more to it, saying, I don't know any Christians, because Christians are exactly like God. I mean, literally, they don't sin. And I don't know of any human being that does not sin except for babies and toddlers. Even toddlers these days are bad. No. Okay, but some of them. I love children. Okay, that's the end of this Soup for the Soul. I hope you enjoyed it, but I just want to say the difference is those of you who have a debilitating disease, those of you who know this is the end, God is about to scratch your name off of the book of life, or not the book of life, off the list of the living. Please ask for forgiveness while you're here and join his kingdom. Ask to be put on the book of life. Okay. This is Kimmy Wyatt. Hasta la vista. Buenas horas. Buenas noches. Arriva delce. Au revoir. Salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Ciao bella. Bye. Smooches. I gotta look up some of these terms because I think I'm saying open instead of close. Bye.